Hello, Suns fans. This is Suns Latest. I am Rich Rubin. As of this recording, 892 subscribers. When you sign up for Suns Latest and get this happy little podcast whenever you feel like it, you become a subscriber, which is much better than a subscriber. So thank you, fan arts. Let's keep doing this. Let's see. Here's our quote for today. This one I love because I love this player. Sometimes it's the people no one imagines anything of who can do things that no one can imagine, end quote. Newly signed to his first standard NBA contract, Pacers guard, two-time NBA slam dunk champion, Max McClung. Most unlikely guy, signed a ton of two-ways, signed a ton of 10-day contracts. He is now a standard contract player and needed very much by the incredibly injured Indiana Pacers. So I'm really happy that Max McClung has found a home in the NBA. Relatively permanent, at least for now. So that's really good news. News around the NBA and the absolute little bitch move of the day. Orlando Magic guard Desmond Bane was ejected in the third quarter of a loss to the Hawks for a flagrant foul on Onyeka Okongwu on a breakaway that Bane got 100% beat on. Okongwu went up, Bane grabbed his arm, then pushed him down. Then as the ball was still in the air and Okongwu was on the ground, he swats the ball at his head. Flagrant one, technical foul, ejection after review. He disagreed with the ejection. Bane, who is a good defender, argued with the refs, had some stupid thing to say after the game. And here's the thing, that's the second time the Magic have been beaten by the Hawks. And this time, All-Star guard Trae Young, who's out for a month with an MCL sprain, wasn't even playing. Desmond Bane, don't be that guy. You're better than that. But man, a little bitch move. Pelicans forward Zion Williamson has been diagnosed with a grade 1 left hamstring strain. What else is new? That will keep him out for at least 7 to 10 days. So Pelicans are 0-6. Worst team in the league. Zion leads them in every major category, but no Zion when the Pelicans come to Phoenix on Monday, November 10th. Former Phoenix Suns center Frank the Tank Kaminsky will be a TV analyst for the G League Valley Suns home games alongside play-by-play broadcaster Braden Bell. The team announced this past Wednesday. Frank the Tank was a Sun for 3 years and loved every single freaking second of it. Was a member of the 2021 Western Conference Championship team on the Suns training camp roster in 24-25. Played in 4 preseason games. He did good, but he got cut. All 24 home games for the Valley Suns can be watched on Arizona's Family Sports starting November 14th. Coming right up. Home opener against the Rip City Remix. Former U of A standout Caleb Love is on a two-way with the Blazers, and that's their G League team. He's on the Remix roster sometimes, last I checked. Kaminsky was an awesome fan favorite. Happy to see him involved with the Suns. All right, so we got some Frank the Tank back for us, which is kind of nice. All right, so we have a home and home with the Clippers coming up. The Clippers are 3-4. The Suns are 3-4. The first game is tonight, 7 p.m. Watch on Arizona Family Sports 3 TV. Dylan Brooks still out with a groin issue. They're not saying anything about it, but we're kind of missing him. We definitely missed him in the Warriors game, as Curious Minds 2525 pointed out. Royce O'Neal, as good as he is, has a real hard time guarding guys that aren't at least his height or in his size. He's just not so quick, and Dylan Brooks can guard anybody, especially quick guys. Jalen Green still out, going 5-on-5 in practice. Isaiah Livers still out. Last I checked, hip issue. He is day today. Clippers star Kawhi Leonard leads the Clippers in scoring at 24.3 when he's available. He's as good as anyone, but the key word is available. So he's so not available most of the time. He's always available at the beginning of the season, right? And then he kind of deteriorates. So who was it? It was Pat Riley who was talking about Kurt Rambis, who was our Suns Legend of the Day Hustler edition yesterday. Pat Riley said availability is a talent. So when you are not available, you are not as talented as everybody. If you're not there, it doesn't matter what you can do when you are. So that's that weird little thing that I always like to put next to Kawhi Leonard's name. As good as he is, he's not always available, but he's doing good right now. Booker leads us at 31 points per game. He went up by a point for 5th in the league. Suns starting center Mark Williams, 10 rebounds per game. Clipper center Ivica Zubac at around 9 rebounds per game. So we match up. Our main guys match up good with the Clippers. The Clippers run pretty deep, even though CP3 and Bradley Beal aren't doing much for them. We have hard bench matchups with them. And that is why we got blown out when we played them. But we have a home and home. We're going to go against them on Saturday, our first nationally televised game of the year. That'll be on ESPN. So I'd like to see us at minimum get a split. Ryan Dunn needs to get in Kawhi's jersey, and it won't matter much. Kawhi is unfazed by almost any defender. But I want Ryan Dunn to show that he's making him work. I would like to see some reaction from Kawhi because of Ryan Dunn at some point throughout the game. But the load management king is listed as a game time decision. So is Bradley Beal. Home and home with the Clippers concludes Saturday in Los Angeles, November 8th. That game, I said, ESPN, first nationally televised game for the Suns. That'll be at 8:30. We need to split with them because we don't match up well with them. The next home game after the Clipper game is Monday, November 10th in Phoenix versus New Orleans. And as of now, no Zion Williamson for that game, which is kind of a bummer. All right, let's get to your comments. Mark Prieger. Hello, sir. Nice to see your comment again. I love you guys' comments. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for interacting. This is the best part of this whole thing. I honestly think that this Suns team will be the top 6 team in the Western Conference. That's pretty bold. I'd be happy with the play-in. But, you know, they work hard. Like, if they play the way they played against the Spurs, yeah. The reason why I say this is because even though this team is just 3-4, Jordan Knott is the best coach for the Suns team. Once this team gels and the draft picks get playing time, this team will rise like the Sun does. What do you think of my assessment? It's really early in the season. And I said, it's the weirdest thing because when you see the potential show up, like against the Spurs and against that second Jazz game, you get excited and you see all the potential, but it looks like everyone's buying in, and it looks like the guys that aren't buying in aren't getting on the floor. We need to keep playing defense like we did against the Spurs. We need to scheme. We need to help. Ryan Dunn and Royce O'Neal did a phenomenal job on Wemby. Now, that's a special case, and that's a one-player addition of how good the Suns can be defensively. I want to see them do that over and over, but it also proves that Ryan Dunn is a very special defender. Either way, I love the Suns team way more than last year's team. Peter Nash, Ryan Dunn is Paul George potential. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Can't make a three. And Paul George in his prime could score from every single position. He's just not that kind of scorer, but he could be an all-league defender. He just needs to make sure that he can stay on the floor by improving his offense. He's shown a bit of everything by now, but now we really need to see him take it upon himself. Defensively, I have no problem with Ryan Dunn. Sound defender. He needs to get better at threes. Anonymous Rex. Hi, Suns just keep coming. They keep pushing for 48 minutes. They were down by 25 and didn't dial it in. I love watching this team. We need to stop getting into holes, playing catch-up all night. It gets you tired, and you gas out by the end of the game. Let me see. Curious Minds 25. Hello, sir. Suns did okay against the Warriors, who were really good, plus they were at home. Suns shooting wasn't the best. I don't know. I wonder if they were coming down. Remember, new teams that haven't played together a lot, when you have a high like the game against the Spurs, and you get on the road and you go in a pretty tough place to win, you go up against a legend like Steph, there's something that mentally just kind of doesn't gel for you. I've seen it happen with young Suns teams. I've seen it happen with a lot of young NBA teams in general, no matter what the talent is. But I agree with you. The effort was there. The game showed that what we missed when Green and Dillon Brooks were out. We don't know what we're missing with Green, except we're pretty sure he can score. That would have made a difference. Royce struggled with the smaller Warriors on defense, like I've said before. Let us see how the players react when they play the Warriors again. I'll see if my hypothesis works come Thursday tonight against the Clippers when the Suns play them for the second time. I think we're going to bring it to the Clippers. And win or lose, it's going to be a much more competitive game than when we first played them. Cool Cole. The Suns are a long-term poverty franchise. Traded their best player and paid a role player $72 million per season. All right, Cool Cole. The Pelicans are a long-term poverty franchise. The Suns are building something. Their best player, you're talking about 37-year-old KD. He was their best scorer. He wasn't their best player. Devin Booker is their best player. And you're going to call a guy who is the 5th in the league in scoring a role player? Aw. That's a really stupid thing to say. All right, moving on. We're going to get to our Suns Legend of the Day Hustler Edition. You got to love the haters. This was thought of by Nevetsa, and it just, once again, like Rambus the other day, this one just popped into my head. And I don't have I have a Twitter account. He's on Twitter a lot. But the expansion Charlotte Hornets first draft pick ever and the 8th overall pick in the first round, 6'4", 185-pound combo guard, Rex Chapman. BYB Boxing, are you happy? Are you listening? You made a comment like 5 seconds ago about, I think Rex Chapman needs to be on the list. So here we go. Mostly known for his time with Charlotte from 88 to 92, a little bit with the Heat, but also known for being with the Suns from 96 to 2000. Total gym rat, leaper, a guy who could jump out of the gym, also known for not backing down to Michael Jordan for one glorious trash-talking game. Also known for hitting a couple of the most improbable clutch shots in Suns playoff history. Played 12 NBA seasons. I forgot he played that long. 4 with the Suns, twice in the slam dunk competition. An amazing dunker, really good athlete. Always gave it his all, could shoot and score from all angles and tried to. And his teammates loved him because he wouldn't do anything to win. Great rebounder, too. The year the Bulls won 72 games, they got beat by the Miami Heat, and the main reason was Rex Chapman. I know he wasn't on the Suns when this happened, but this is a famous YouTube video. At the start of the fourth quarter, he had outscored Michael, Scottie, and Rodman combined. He tied his career high with 39 on 9 of 10 shooting from 3. But the best part was Rex Chapman and Michael Jordan just yelling at each other and jawing at each other and not backing down, either one of them. And maybe he didn't back down to Mike, but Mike usually got the better of you after that. It didn't happen in this game. It's a rare occasion when that happens. He held his own, and the Heat got one glorious game against arguably the greatest NBA team assembled in one season ever. Looking back on it and interviews with Rex Chapman, he said, we never really threatened each other. We weren't even trash talking. We were just talking. We were just going, yeah, you got that. Yeah, you got that. It wasn't even really angry trash talk. It was just talking, which a lot of guys do during the game, and it wasn't that big a deal. Rex is always downplaying it. We picked up Rex in 96, and he averaged 13 points per game in 65 games. He also had 2 memorable games against the Supersonics in the first round of the playoffs. He set a playoff record in Game 1 for threes. God, when he got hot, he was a real streak shooter too, right? 9 for 17. Klay Thompson, then Dame Lillard later broke the playoff record for threes. In Game 4, he hits this weird off-balance three-pointer off an inbounds pass and sends the game into overtime. It was it was a heave, but it was also Rex Chapman, who was not afraid of any shot. He was the kind of guy that can make those shots. And that shot was such a big deal, and the video of it, the crowd just erupted. It was a crazy moment. And we forgot that we lost that game because that's how amazing that shot was. 4-time overtime game against the Blazers on the road in 97 also gets forgotten. It's Chapman's favorite game as a Sun. Longest game in Suns franchise history. Rex scored 28 points and drilled some clutch shots. It was a back-and-forth classic. Let's see. The next year, he played 68 games, 97-98. At about 16 points per game, but he was injured again. He got injured a lot. He had a lot of foot issues. He got injured during the strike-shortened season of 99. Only played 38 games. Started having severe nerve pains in his foot. 7 surgeries, and he got addicted to Vicodin. Started taking it regularly. After 53 games in 99-2000, the injuries caught up, and he retired. Injuries led to an opioid addiction. Arrested for shoplifting in Scottsdale. Reevaluated his life. Went to rehab 3 times, and he beat his addiction. He has been drug-free and sober since 2014. Bunch of bench and front office jobs, eventually vice president of player personnel for the Nuggets, did play-by-play broadcasting for his alma mater, Kentucky. He has a podcast called Own. Rex is going to stay busy. In February of last year, he put out the book Blunt Memoir About Stardom, Addiction, and American Culture. It's Hard for Me to Live With Me. It was published last year. I did not know this. I still got to get the Westfall book. I'm still waiting for my Connie Hawkins Foul book. But, okay, so that's third in line. I'm always reading something. That one, I would love to read the Rex Chapman book. You know it's going to be good. Danny Ainge, who coached Rex with the Suns and became a pretty close friend, said, quote, Rex was a great competitor. I worried about keeping him healthy. He was a very, very smart player, end quote. Rex Chapman, man. He could play in any era. He was so fun to watch. Rex Chapman is your Suns Legend of the Day, Hustler Edition. I appreciate you watching Suns' latest 892 Sunscribers. Thank you so much for doing that. Keep commenting. We're going to do this again tomorrow. Go Suns tonight. Beat the Clippers.